gather round me, everybody, gather round me while I preach some, feel a sermon coming on me. The topic will be sin, and that's what I'm again. If you wanna hear my story, then settle back and just sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith or pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith or pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Dans la douceur du soir, sous le ciel rouge et noir, où chantent les guitares. Boléro, si tu voulais danser dans mes deux bras serrés, il ferait bon s'aimer. L'amour t'appelle, viens danser encore boléro.
Welcome and welcome to Freedom Radio, a radio paid by the Ryzani, by the interest group in here in Blackwater, the Ryzani Voice. We are a radio that is here to spend the news, to tell the news for the local Ryzani, for the local Ryzani population in Blackwater. And we will begin with beautiful, beautiful music today from both our house band and all the recordings we have. So I will now take this song. We have a song that was released today by our beautiful organization, and we will take not the English the Travel the Tongue version, but we will take the other version of it. So enjoy.
сквозь море строя дом, но Бардон нас держал в ярме и зло. Они правили страхом, ложью глухой, назвали нас чужой страной. Но мы помним, в нас живет огонь и зовет Адрамис, как отчий звон. В Адрамис идем, где дышит воля, где не сжимает цепь неваля. Свобода, правда и честь живут, мечты рязанские там цветут. Пусть Blackwater плачет, что не сберег, не там наш дом. В Адрамис идем. Они кляли нас, стирали наш след, но история правду хранит и свет. Два премьера Ryzani по крови, и Иван освободил нас любовью. Но снова звучит: вы нам не родня, пока строят башни с наших дня. Пусть забывают, мы помним стыд, и к Адрамису идем без обид. В Адрамис идем, где дышит воля, где не сжимает цепь неваля. Свобода, правда и честь живут, мечты рязанские там цветут. Пусть Blackwater плачет, что не сберег, не там наш дом. В Адрамис идем. Адрамис — земля свободы и мечты, где демократия не просто листы, где голос каждого, как стальной звон, и сильный, и слабый в правах, как он. Там Ryzani встанут, как род и кровь, под небом чести, под флагом снов. Нет шепота, нет вины и бед, мы идем с истиной сквозь свет. Финальный припев. В Адрамис идем, знамена вверх, волна свободы уносит страх и грех. Больше не пешки в бардонской игре, мы идем туда, где мужество в челе, с надеждой, с правдой, с огнем в лицо. А Ryzani в Адрамис вперед.
And that was our beautiful song. Now I will go through a list of our community who have put out and who have gone on the boat towards freedom. The following surnames have whole families have boarded the boats towards Aramis. I ask and urgently ask everyone, every Ryzani in our country, that when you go, in the dock there is a small boat, two small boats. They will go out to the Hazelnut Sea and board you and your family to a bigger boat, which will take you to the land of freedom, the United States of Aramis. Those we know have boarded the boats are families: Drevanovic, Tarnovaski, Volyarin, Ishmirenko, Selrakov, Averinov, Kreslavich, Yelvenko, Sarayakov, Radomirov. These are some of the families we have known that have boarded the boats towards freedom. And we do ask you all, Ryzanis in Blackwater, to board, as we are soon joining the Bardonian Empire, the historical oppressors of our people. And now I believe it's time for the English version of the music. To Adramis we go.
From Silter's lands on Rafner's shore, the Ryzani people rose once more. We crossed the sea, we built, we bled, yet bought and placed a crown upon our head. They ruled with fear, they spoke with lies, while calling traitors those who rise. But we remember, and we still know, our spirit burns and now must go. To Adramis we go, where the free may breathe, where no tyrant's chain shall ever see. Land of freedom, truth and light, where Ryzani hopes take sacred flight. Blackwater weep what it failed to show. Our home is not there. To Adramis we go. They mocked our names, they cursed our kind, but history leaves their slanders behind. 2 PMs wore the Ryzani flame, and Ivan won us Blackwater's name. Yet still they whisper, you are not ours, while robbing our sweat to build their towers. Let them forget, we remember pride and walk to Adramis bold and wide. To Adramis we go, where the free may breathe, where no tyrant's chain shall ever see. Land of freedom, truth and light, where Ryzani hopes take sacred flight. Blackwater weep what it failed to show. Our home is not there. To Adramis we go. Adramis, land of liberty's flame, where democracy's more than just a name, where every voice can rise and speak, and strength is found not just in the meek. There the Ryzani stand as one, under a proud and open sun. No more whispers, no more shame. We rise with truth, we rise with name. To Adramis we go, with banners raised high, with freedom's wind beneath our sky. No longer tools in pardon's play. We march to where the brave shall stay. With hope, with truth, with fire we glow. Oh, Ryzani kin, to Adramis we go.
And that was the beautiful song To Adramis We Go. I have no new news or reports from any more Ryzani families who have gone on the boat towards freedom. But today, the vote, or a community vote has been going through. It is a stalemate, and discussions in the Folkting has been done. The upper echelon, excluding the Socialist Front, have been for uniting with Bardonia. Socialist Front have shown interest in that before, as a last resort. And the Socialist Front has now stood against that move. Because of that, I have the news that they are protesting against it. But the leader, Dmitry Brasovich-Vesko, son of Ivan Brashnev-Vesko, which are from, I have the ancestry in Ryzan, are two Ryzanis. Have both. I mean, Dmitry Brasovich-Vesko have stood for freedom. And as he has on the streets, their own streets, given speeches about us, about the Ryzani people moving away from Blackwater. And I do not have news anymore, but I have gotten the information that the Brasov family are and have emptied their quarters in Blackwater and moved a lot of things towards the Samet Union, towards the town of Limoria. This as they are working against everything. More information I do not right now have, but I'm gonna try to show you guys the picture taken today. If I can show it here, yes. So I'm just gonna do that. Yes. And there it is, I think. Yes, this is the thing. This is the sign put up, which were removed, of course, but it was on during the day, has been up, taken up by Dmitry Brasovich Resevsko himself, where it stands, and I quote, "Ryzanis will not stand for this," to Adramis, with 2 Ryzani flags. I will put them here for you guys to see. Yeah, so with that I do not have a list yet of any more Ryzani families who has moved right now. So we will take a new song called, and it's a song of those few that have made the journey already. And this song is called "Across the Storm to Adramis."
We left in silence, just passed on. No banners waved, no parting song. From Blackwater shores, with hearts grown sore, we sailed toward a brighter lore. The wind was sharp, the sea was wide, but hope burned bright where pain can't hide. With tearful eyes and tightened hands, we left behind familiar lands. Through storm and wave, through night and fear, Adramis shone ever near. Though sickness struck and tempests raged, our dreams of freedom never aged. For liberty, for breath, for right, we sailed through dark to find the light. The children cried as thunder broke, the mast near split, the canvas soaked. Some fell ill with fever's kiss and whispered prayers for Adramis. We sang old songs to calm the seas. We knelt and begged the gods with pleas. Let us survive, let us begin, where we are judged not for our skin. Through storm and wave, through night and fear, Adramis shone ever near. Though sickness struck and tempests raged, our dreams of freedom never aged. For liberty, for breath, for right, we sailed through dark to find the light. Days turned weeks with salt-stung lips. We watched the gulls and distant ships. Then someone cried, "I see the shore," and every heart began to soar. We kissed the deck, we wept aloud. The sky broke open, sun and cloud. Adramis stood in golden glow, a land where seeds of hope can grow. No tyrant slash, no bard's name, no whispered threat, no mark of shame. Here we are free to speak, to live.
to rise, to grow, to give across the storm. Through blood and mist, we found our home in Adramis.
And that was the beautiful, beautiful song called Across the Storm to Adramis. We have now an official list of our people who have boarded the boat to freedom. I will now go through the list, and I do not have the number right now. I don't have a number of it. I will say the number of families who have boarded. 48 families have boarded the boat. 48. I will now read the list of people who have boarded the boat. The families are Malinov, Korolenko, Petrovic, Novitsky, Zelenko, Dragomirov, Belokov, Vladimirov, Sokolov, Dubrovsky, Lukasto, Chernov, Kovalenko, Borislav, Grishenko, Malyutin, Yakolev, Baranov, Shervich, Radchenko, Mirozovic, Zayetsev, Lesnikov, Kalashnikov, Ignatenko, Vashilev, Dobroslav, Rostov, Stepanovich, Koslov, Nikiforov, Semenov, Fedorov, Shukov, Golubev, Tarasov, Melnikov, Pavlichenko. These are the people, these are the families who have boarded the boat to Adramis. And I say, are you Ryzani? You shall go to the boats. We recommend you go to the boats, as the duchy will be going and will come into the empire of Bardonia, into the Dandies empire. The empire who have historically oppressed us, genocided us, killed us, etc., etc. The Ryzani people shall live in peace and freedom on Adramis, on Apex, and the country of choice have been Adramis. We will now take the song We Were Never Truly Home. It's about the backstab the Blackwater folk did.
With our own hand, in fields of ash and halls of stone, we dared to dream we'd found a home. We stood for Blackwater, proud and free, shed blood for flags that would not see that peace was ours, hard-earned, not given, but peace they broke and left us riven. You said we were brothers, shoulder to shoulder, but turned us to chains when the winds grew colder. You bowed to the empire, our ancient foe, and left us behind in the shadows glow. You chose your fate. Now we choose our own, for in your land we were never truly home. We cheered when Brashnovich raised his voice, believing this land had made its choice. To Ryzani stood as prime ministers tall, yet none heard our cry when they made the call. We sat in your council, we fought in your war, but still you ask if we're Blackwater no more. When freedom knocked, you shut the door and welcomed the boots we knew before. You said we were kin, hearts intertwined, but sold us back to the Barden line. You crowned the tyrants who cracked our bones. You kissed the hands that broke our homes. You chose your fate. Now we choose our own, for in your land we were never truly home. They burned our names and banned our tongue, called us guests though we'd long since clung. Now once more we see the guise of empire cloaked in finer lies. So let them raise their crimson flags, let them march in shining rags, but we remember every scar and know exactly who they are. You bow to the crown that silenced our song. You forgot the years we suffered so long. You traded justice for titles and gold, and left your friends out in the cold. You chose your fate. Now we choose our own, for in your land we were never truly home.
And that was We Were Never Truly Home. And yeah, I can see, I have gotten reports that there are some moves of some, what you call it, people from Bardonia moving into a country right now. This creates the situation of that we need truly to flee the nation ASAP. That's that. Yeah, I am looking at the report right now. I am right now seeing the. Yes, I'm seeing a list. I have gotten here to this list, and there are people that will come very soon. There's a list now of people who are boarding. I gotten one name in that list who, not the full family has boarded yet. The last and the overhead of the family will board later on. We will take a song now called Dimitri of Two Worlds. That song will, it sometimes makes sense in this, in a lot of aspects. So let us listen to it.
In Blackwater's hall where the oil lamps glow, Dimitri stood with a voice soft and low, Prime Minister shaped by storm and flame, with a Ryzani soul call in a Brachnovich name. He signed the fate he could not mend. He watched the Duchy twist and bend, and though the ink had dried that day, his heart had already sailed away. So he turned to the east where the morning burns, where Dramis waits and freedom returns, not as a ruler bowed to stone, but as John Silverstone, simply his own. He walked from duty with steady grace to lead his people to a better place. He gathered the Ryzanis proud and bold, with stories whispered centuries old. Our hands built roads, our hearts stood true, but this land no longer welcomes you. They saw the shadows Bardonia cast, and knew their future could not last. So Mitri raised his voice with might, "Come east, my kin, into the light." From the quiet farms to the crowded street, the Ryzani heard his call, their beat. With tearful pride they packed their lives, their children, elders, husbands, wives. No longer strangers in our own land, we go to where we may proudly stand. Let them bow to crowns they do not see, but we will walk where we are free. So they turned to the east where the sun rose red, where a dram is called with arms outspread, not as servants beneath false thrones, but silver stones forging their own. They marched as one with hearts aflame to write a new and sacred name. In the Muria's calm the journey ends, where Dmitri walks among true friends. No crown, no court, no guarded speech, just fields and sky within his reach. The Brachnovich name now carved in song becomes Silverstone where they belong. And Ryzani tales will long be told of the man who led them from the cold. So raise the flag in a dram is bright, for those who left to claim their right. No tyrant's chain, no stolen voice, just liberty and their own choice. Dmitri of two worlds, forever true. He left with honor and he led us to.
And yes, as I said, I have a final list here now. I will now read the list. Yes, here's the list. I have the list in front of me now. This is the final part of the list. We will have the whole list. I will read up the whole list afterwards in some minutes. The list now is Malinov, Korolenko, Dragomirov, Kovalenko, Radchenko, Miroshevich, Zaitsev, Lesnikov, Dobraslav, and one name, one person, one family, more well known in this country. Brasnovich Vrasevsko. Brasnovich Vrasevsko. Yes, that is true. I do have a point with Brasnovich Vrasevsko. Not the whole family has boarded the boat yet. The children and the wife, the children and the husband of Dmitri has boarded the boat. And his mother, Michelle Cadell Brasnovich Vrasevsko, has also boarded the boat towards freedom. The boat will not go yet. It will go sometime when the list is full. The list is full now, but when everyone has, there's some people in there that are names that are behind and taking care of the last things before they are forever fleeing Blackwater. Dmitri Brasnovich Vrasevsko has come up with the statement that he will leave Blackwater soon. He is now doing the final things needed. He's doing his final discussions in the Folketing, etc., etc. I will soon, after a song has been sung, which is a song about our people leaving. He will send out a speech very soon. The speech will be recorded and released very soon, what I have heard of. And yes, that is the news I have. I will put up the whole list very soon. I will soon say the whole list for you all. But we will now take a song called No Return to Broken Shores.
We once called these lands our own, built with sweat and blood and bone. But chains have found us once again. Bardonia's rule, a bitter stain. We dreamed of peace beneath these skies, but falsehoods live in their disguise. The folk king's voice, the duke's decree, a cage they forge for you and me. We leave behind the haunted past, no turning back, no shadows cast. Our hearts set sail to distant seas, where freedom lives in every breeze. Blackwater shores will see no more, for under Bardonia's iron door we find no home, no liberty. Our souls demand we set them free. The empire's grip grows cold and vast, our heritage fading fast. The songs we sang, the tales we told, drowned beneath their banners bold. We rise as one, a drifting flame, to lands where none shall know our name. Adramis calls with open hand, a promised hope, a freer land. We leave behind the haunted past, no turning back, no shadows cast. Our hearts set sail to distant seas, where freedom lives in every breeze. Blackwater shores will see no more, for under Bardonia's iron door we find no home, no liberty. Our souls demand we set them free. No tyrant's crown can bind our will, no ancient wrong our hearts can still. We take the stars, we claim the
G'day there.
sky, no longer under watchful eye. We leave behind the haunted past, no turning back, no shadows cast. Our hearts set sail to distant seas, where freedom lives in every breeze. Blackwater shores will see no more, for under Bardonia's iron door we find no home, no liberty. Our souls demand we set them free.
And that was the beautiful song No Return to Broken Shores. I will now go through the full list one last time. Drevnovich, Taranovaski, Volverin, Imerkov, Selarov, Averinov, Kreshevich, Yelnkrov, Saryakov, Radomirov, Malinov, Korolenko, Petrovich, Novitsky, Zelenko, Dragomirov, Belokov, Vladimirov, Sokolov, Dubrovsky, Lukashenki, Chernov, Kovalensko, Borislav, Krishenko, Malitin, Yakolov, Baranov, Cherevich, Rashenko, Miroshov, Yasayets, Lesnikov, Kalashniva, Ignandenko, Vasilov, Dobroslav, Rostov, Stepanovich, Koslov, Nikiforov, Semenov, Fedorov, Shuvkov, Goblev, Taraskov, Melinkov, Pashelinko, Brashnovich, Versevsko, Malinov, Korolenko, Drogomirov, Kalivenko, Brashchenko, Privich, Zaitsev, Lesnikov, Dobroslav. All of these names I've told has the families been registered and boarded to the boat to Adramis. I repeat, the names has been boarded. Heads of those houses have not been boarded yet. They will be coming to one boat together. The head of houses will still do their final thing, final work, final paycheck, etc., etc., etc. These are all Ryzani families we have registered in Blackwater. They have all left the country. It is sad to say, but they all left. And now, for this, we shall now stand. Stand in your homes. Stand, I do say stand, for the song of our ancestry. The song the bards hate, for the song of the people who the Bardonian dandelion believers hate. The people they wanted to kill, the people they never wanted to have to live in peace. Let us now, let us now sing it. Let us now listen to it. Let us stand up for the song of our resistance. Let Blackwater remember who they left out. Let Blackwater remember who they leave. Actions taken will have actions being taken back. Stand up for Ryzani stands.
Amazon Prime. Du jämför redan så mycket.
I do apologize for that. I did press the wrong button. I do apologize for that. We will now replay the song again. I repeat, we will replay the song again. Stand up for the beautiful anthem of our ancestry. The anthem of our ancestry. Thank you. And that was Ryzani Stands. This was the broadcast for today. And this is our only broadcast we will be doing in Blackwater. We are happy for you who have been listening to us. And we wish good luck to the people of Blackwater. Good luck under the Bardonians. You all can join them freely, but we will not be there with you. People we call brothers, have a good day. We will not be with you anymore. Thank you.
Aïe, 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 aïe. Comme en arrêt, la nuit se lève, allume une flamme au fond de mon âme. Soleil de tes yeux, instant merveilleux, pour que je prenne ta main dans la mienne. Dis-moi quand tu danses des mots d'espérance. Dis-moi ton désir comme un premier soupir.